One of the most dangerous equations in the modern world has once again taken center stage. On one side stands the world's most powerful military machine. On the other, a regime forged under decades of pressure. The tension between the United States and Iran is no longer just a nuclear crisis. It has evolved into a strategic reckoning that will shape the fate of the region and perhaps the entire world. In June 2025, a surprise Israeli offensive launched a 12-day conflict that dealt a severe blow to Iran's upper command structure and largely disabled its air defense systems. This was not merely a military operation, it was the collapse of decades of strategic balance. Following October 7, 2023, Israel targeted not only Iran's military presence in Syria, but also its political representations. Then, in December 2024, Assad's regime, Iran's most critical Arab world ally, fell. Source: Reuters, December 2024. In a matter of months, Tehran had lost Hezbollah's operational capacity, its Syrian foothold, and its air shield. According to U.S. Central Command's official statements, the USS Gerald R. Ford Carrier Strike Group has been positioned near the Strait of Hormuz. This is not simply a show of force. It signals the capacity to sustain prolonged operations in the region. 12 U.S. Air Force F-22 Raptor fighter jets landed at a military base south of Israel, a deployment confirmed by Pentagon officials. The F-22 is specifically designed to neutralize enemy air defense systems and radar infrastructure, meaning this move represents a direct capability to strike Iran's remaining defense architecture. The Pentagon also activated what it calls the Scorpion Attack Task Force, the first U.S.-made kamikaze drone fleet deployed to the Middle East, equipped with low-cost Lucas-type loitering munitions. Source: Defense One, February 2026. According to reporting by Al Jazeera and Reuters, indirect talks that began in Oman on February 6th continued through second and third rounds in Geneva. The United States is demanding that Iran completely halt uranium enrichment and transfer its existing stockpile abroad. Iran, in turn, is seeking the lifting of sanctions in exchange for keeping its nuclear program within limits that would prevent weapons development. Yet at the same time, CENTCOM Commander Admiral Brad Cooper is reported to have presented President Trump with 3 distinct strike options targeting Tehran, a detail first reported by Axios. The negotiating table is set, but fingers remain on the trigger. A US MQ-4C Triton surveillance drone, valued at approximately $230 million, disappeared from a radar near Iranian airspace during an active mission. Electronic warfare interference is considered the most likely explanation, according to military analysts cited by the war zone. Iran may have lost its air defense shield, but it has retained its electronic warfare capabilities. Meanwhile, according to BBC, Persian, and Associated Press reporting, economic protests that began at Tehran's Grand Bazaar in December 2025 spread across the entire country. Iran's leadership is now fighting on 2 fronts simultaneously: external military pressure and internal unrest. This crisis makes one thing clear: modern conflict is no longer shaped solely on the battlefield. It takes form at negotiating tables, in satellite imagery, and through the slow grind of economic pressure. The United States is attempting to corner Iran from every direction before resorting to military force. And Iran, despite that pressure, continues to negotiate because it lived through the consequences of the alternative in June 2025. War or deal? The answer to that question will take shape in Geneva in the weeks ahead.